Number 6, we want to simplify this expression. We have sine to the 5th power of x times cosine x divided by cosine to the 5th power of x divided by sine x. Alright, so we have 5 signs on top, 1 on the bottom, so we can divide out one of those, and that will leave us with 4. And the same thing with the cosine. We have 5 on the bottom, 1 on top, so we can divide out a cosine, and that will leave us with 4. So doing that will leave us with sine to the 4th power of x divided by sine, or cosine, sorry, divided by cosine to the 4th power of x. Now the trig identity is sine divided by cosine is equal to tangent. So since they're to the 4th power, this is just equal to tan to the 4th power of x. I'll do a similar one here. Number 7, we are given 3 sine of x divided by cosine squared of x times cosine x sine x minus 4 cosine x, and that's all over sine squared x minus 16. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to do probably first is factor out. Over here we have cosine x here and here in both terms, so we can factor out a cosine x. And then looking forward, I know that when we factor out that cosine, we can divide out a cosine there. And then here, sine squared and 16, these are perfect squares. So we can do difference of squares formula, and then we might be able to simplify something else. So for right now, we're going to leave this part alone. 3 sine x divided by cosine squared x. This is like cosine times cosine, 2 of them. And then here we're going to factor out a cosine, so cosine x, and then in parentheses we would have a sine x left minus 4, because we pull cosine from both. And then on the bottom, applying difference of squares to this term, we'll get sine x plus 4, and then sine x minus 4. Alright, so in reducing, this will divide this, that will go away. And then over here we can divide out one of the cosines. So all of this on the top is divided out to be 1, and all we have is a cosine here. So putting this all together, looks like about final answer will be 3 sine x divided by cosine x times sine x plus 4. So those two. So we will do 3 sine x, and then we will do cosine x sine x plus 4.